Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dawn, giving them all dressed like $1 million, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh, yeah. Everybody out there listening to me, put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey. Oh, listen, Steve Harvey. Why don't you join me? Yeah. Steve Harvey. Get them on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, you join in with me. If you're with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. So y'all can hear me on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. Y'all listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey. Man, got a radio show. Wow, man, how good has God been to me? You know, today, let me get right to it because I'm kind of feeling this today, and I'm pretty sure there's quite a few of you who go through the same things. Today was just a little tough morning for me because I didn't want to leave home yesterday. I wanted to stay home a little. I had just gotten home. I got to go again, and sometimes, just the weight of all that you have to do just gets on you sometimes. And sometimes you don't feel like doing it today. Huh? I'm just talking to those who feel this way every now and then. And I'm assuming that would be everybody because I don't know nobody who can just plow through this thing without having those days. Well, what do you do when it gets hard to stay up? What do you do when it gets hard to be positive? What do you do when it seems like things aren't happening for you fast enough or in the time frame that you thought it was going? What do you do? And the reason that I guess I chose to speak about this morning is because I'm having one of those days, because I had one of those days yesterday. It was just a tough day. I really can't explain it. It's nothing really in particular bad happened. It's just I think the weight of all that's going on started to feel heavy to me. And so what do you do when you have days like that, when it's hard to be positive, when it's hard to stay up? Okay, here's what I had to start doing this morning. Now, I haven't completed it. Can I just be real with you? I haven't completed it, but I am processing it out because I know what to do. Been there, done that. I done had that pain before I know what to do. If I sprain my finger, I know what to do now. The first sprain I had, oh, Lord, I thought it was broke. I thought I was going to be handicapped. But now if I sprain my finger, I know what to do. So since I've been in this position, in this hole so many times before, and God has always gotten me through it, I decided I've got to start the process today. Here are some things. Now I'm going to get to the big one last. And one of the things I do is I remember the plan. Sit down and I consciously think about the goals I've set. I go over them. See, I've got mine down on the iPad, so I can pull them out anywhere I am and pull them up. And I've got 2 lists that I've made. I've got a list of things that I know I can accomplish if I just keep working hard. And if couple of things just fall into place that I can see, then I got a list of things that I'm planning on accomplishing. And then I have a second list. And the heading of this list is called Only God Can Help Me Now. And on this list is things that I'm aspiring for or things that I'm hoping to, that in order for them to happen, I absolutely have to have God's help. That's my favorite list. It's the list that I have of the things that I don't see no way it can happen. I'm just operating on faith and the hope that God hear me. And so sometimes, man, when I have this list of what only God can help me now, that list is stuff that I cannot see. I'm just operating on faith that God is so much bigger than me, that he's so much more capable than I am, that I can actually acquire some things in my life, as he's proven to me time and time again up to this point, that he's willing to do for me if I'm willing to just give him some of my life. That's the only way I can explain my existence today. You know, I began the conversation with my wife. How do I write a book that becomes so wildly successful? That would be God. That's only God. Because if you can plan to sit down and write a wildly successful book, I'd have been done sat down and did it, and so would you. So that would be God. How it got purchased to become a movie when that was not my intent when I wrote the book at all. Again, that would be God right there. It has to be, because if I can't explain it and it is by no doing of my own, then who did it? So when I get down in days like this, I remember the goal. I remember the plan. I remember the journey. I think about of all the things God has brought me through. How did I even get to this point? Yeah, I might be having a little bummer of a day. Yeah, I was a little down yesterday. Yeah, my biorhythms is off, whatever they want to call it. Yeah, I'm just having one of those days. I feel a little bit heavy. I need a vacation real bad. I need some time off to just go and regenerate. But right now, man, I ain't got that. So guess what I do? I got to start remembering the plan. I got to start remembering the goals. I got to start thinking about all the things that God has done for me and how he's brought me this far and the blessings that I have instead of what I don't have. And that's what I'm in the process of doing this morning. And on the commercial breaks, I'm going to pull out my iPad and I'm going to go over my list and I'm going to read my little list of what I think I can accomplish. And I'm going to really read that Only God Can Help Me Now list, because that's the list that's big. That's the part where I've been telling y'all. I said, quit telling God how big your problems are and start telling your problems how big your God is. See, and that's what I got to sit down and do this morning. And then sometimes, man, you got to stay still. That's the other part. You got to stay still. You got to quit moving for a second, because sometimes it feel like you're running on a treadmill and you really ain't. You're going somewhere, but it feel like you're running on a treadmill. Well, when you get that feeling, sometimes you got to stay still. And then when you stay still, sometimes you got to fight to stay positive. Sometimes you got to fight not to let the devil win. You're in a fight. Remember, I told you this now. You're in a fight now. So he's trying to get you to get on that positive train so he can get you off the faith train. So God's delivery package that's coming to you built on your faith, that he can shake your faith and get you to thinking negative, and then he wins, see. So when you start feeling negative, just know that that's the other force trying to throw you off track. And when you get through with all that, here's the key, the big one. You want me to tell it to you? You got to pray, man. You got to pray. You got to take it to God. You got to say, hey, God, look, I'm having one of these days. I need your help. I got business to take care of. You got blessings in front of me. You got stuff you done shipped to me. You got blessings and packages that's on the way. I need to be sitting on Faith Street so I can receive the delivery when it get there. What I don't want to do is be on Doubted Way or lack of understanding Parkway or Pity Parkway or some street like that, and the package keep going by. I need to be standing and sitting on Faith Street, so when you drop that package down to me, I can go on and get it. You feel me? You got to pray. You got to stay still. You got to fight to stay positive. You got to remember the plan. You got to go over the goals. Come on, man. God done brought you too far. Come on, pick yourself up today. I'm talking to Steve Harvey this morning. Hope y'all didn't mind.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. morning, everybody. You're about to listen to the smoothest radio show in the world. It is the Steve Harvey Morning Show. I am J. Anthony Brown. Isn't that right, Shirley Strawberry? Is this show smooth or what?
Well, I haven't seen your government papers, but I do know you as J. Anthony Brown. Good morning, Jay, and everyone.
Good morning, Shirley Strawberry. Carla Farrell, is this a smooth show or what?
Silky smooth. Happy hump day. What's up, everybody?
Hey. It's hump day, baby. Junior, is the show smooth or what, man?
You already know it, young blood. Morning, everybody.
And last but not least, the smoothest on the show, the king of pranks, my main man, Tommy. What's up, Tommy?
It's smooth, baby. Smooth as a stripper, silky over there at Magic City. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, I hear you, blood.
Real smooth, young blood. Real smooth.
So smooth.
Yeah.
So smooth.
Yeah,
Man.
it's sexy.
People
sexy.
don't talk like this no more. Why?
Nah, man, I don't know what happened. We just have a
stupid.
rhythm when we talk, you know? Dig it.
Yeah.
What happened to that?
It was not stupid. You
It
got
is
your
now.
point. It is.
Now, back then, that was the rhythm,
Yeah.
though, Shirley.
Yeah,
What's
it was.
happening, home squeeze? What's happening?
So dig this, man. So
Yeah.
they come down here, right, brother?
Oh, man, if I had your hands, I'd cut mine off.
Oh, no, I got a better one. If I had it, I'd throw you down and make you take it. How about that one, man?
You know me, man. I'm just trying to make ends meet before I meet the end. You know what I'm saying? That's
glad
some
you-
old school. They walk up with a riddle like, what?
But it lets us know you all have fathers in your life. Though.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh,
yeah,
That's a
yeah.
I
good
got
thing.
uncle,
Yeah.
father, grandfather that still do.
Uncles
Yeah.
or somebody ever did.
You know how
Look,
it is,
women,
man. I've been
Women
in hell
never
and
talk
jail.
like that. No,
I'm sorry.
women had a different talk. Sugar,
Sugar.
hey, sugar. Yeah.
That's what Pam Grier and all those girls, Foxy Brown and them, they said
Are
those.
you going to jail, sugar?
Honey.
Yeah.
Honey.
Yeah, we've been the same, huh? The ladies, huh?
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same.
Okay, all right, that's all right.
Pumpkin.
Except if
When
you
did
going to-
Pumpkin come out? Hey, Pumpkin. When did that?
Oh, pumpkin is another one. Yeah,
Pumpkin, I don't know when that hit, but it took over, didn't it?
yeah, it did. Pumpkin was strong for a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
Pumpkin was strong, but Shirley, her word is precious.
Precious, I love Precious.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Precious.
Hey, Precious.
No, she'll say something. You'll be like, I don't know, Precious.
When
You
did
looking around?
when did Boo hit the scene?
Oh, Boo.
About the
Boo
90s?
is-
Yeah.
About the 90s,
Yeah.
yeah, Boo, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Boo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's
it's
me.
still here.
Hey,
Yeah,
boo.
Boo's still here.
It doubled up
Yeah.
now. It's,
Yeah.
hey, boo boo.
Yes.
Boo Boo, yes, a double Boo Boo. Yeah.
Ah,
Do you,
boo-boo.
boo? All of that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And who gonna check me, boo?
That is. That's the classic one.
Boo's still here. Boo is
Yeah.
here.
That, but
Boo
who
ain't
gonna
going
check
nowhere.
me, boo? That's considered old school too now, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
that's
very much
crazy
so.
though. Yeah. Well, we
I
got a
love it.
great show for you today on this Hump Day. We're going to tell you about the Emmy nominations, all sorts of things. Okay, and coming up at 32 after the hour, international news: Kim Jong-un is smuggling Mercedes-Benz limos into North Korea. And the ladies are going to ask Jay, Tommy, and Junior random fun questions for something funny. All right, that's coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
So before we get to Ask Jay, Tommy, and Junior, Carla, I'm loving this. Quickly, in trending international news, a Mercedes-Benz limo seen chauffeuring around North Korean leader Kim Jong-un this year have stumped outsiders over how the sanctions-hit regime obtained the luxury rides, okay?
Right. Yeah, how they get
Yeah. So
take a-
researchers now believe, Jay, they have figured out the Kim's smuggling secret, all right? It takes 3 cargo jets, about 4 months, and 5 countries. Mr. Kim was spotted for the first time in a modified Mercedes Maybach S600.
Got the Maybach.
Yeah.
Man.
Believed to be bulletproof, head of state cars, costing more than, take a guess.
500,000.
Yes, Jay, on the
half a
money.
Jay.
Half
Half
a
a
million
million?
dollars each.
Each?
Each.
Go on, Kim.
So how do you feel about that, Mr. Kim Jong-un?
Everyone think that I have a cargo coming, but no, that's not how you get the car in. put each piece in the pencil leg, so the pencil leg is so wide. So put a motor in the pencil leg, put the back of seat in the pencil leg, and put a seat in the jacket. Is so take a one trip and walk real slow, walk right across and come in, and then go back get another part, and that's how I bring car in.
So 5 months later, you got a whole vehicle.
It take about 6, 7, about 8, about 9, about 12 months to get a car in.
He started at 6.
Yeah, then you got to put headlights in the pocket, put headlights in the back pocket.
Headlights. What?
Yeah, that's what I say, headlights. Put headlights.
Oh, headlights.
Yeah, headlights.
Headlights.
Headlights. So you can't see when drive. Headlights.
Is he saying lights?
Turn the white on.
Lights, lights.
Shine the white on. You shine the white on. White. White. Yeah.
We're gonna be in so much trouble.
Jay gonna be in trouble. I'm not.
You can laugh. It's him.
Yeah.
Oh, nobody can do anything to me because I have cancer. So, hey, how about that?
What's going to happen to the people who've done the research and found out what you're doing? That's the question. What's going to happen to them?
Oh, man. Okay, I'm sorry.
Shine the whites on me. Oh, man.
All right, well, thank you for explaining how you get those cars in.
That's what I'm here for.
All right, so time for something funny now. Time to ask Jay, Tommy, and Junior some questions. Here we go. Jay, this one's for you. What part of aging, Jay, do you wish someone had warned you about? All right? Not that you know anything about this.
I know all about it. Going to the restroom.
He did not just say that, did he?
Come on, Jay.
Oh, my God. Over and over and over. And in fact, I got to pee right now. I might have to pee.
You and Steve have that in common.
Oh, my God. It is the worst. It is so much. It's like, when did I drink this much fluid?
You
did.
Your body is making it.
So that's mine. Y'all got whatever else. Everybody else got to know.
All right, Carly.
All right, I got a question for Tommy. Moving on.
Okay.
Tommy, what is something someone said that forever altered the way you think? Your thinking.
Yeah.
My thinking. Mm-hmm. What is something someone said that has altered, ever altered my thinking?
Mm-hmm.
God.
Come on.
Sound like my uncle. God. I think it's Steve saying that it's just telling me how stupid I am. It has really affected me.
Oh, don't blame him for that.
It has really affected me over the years.
That's a lie.
This is some of the reason for some of my setbacks. It's because of him. I mean, it's true.
All the your thing.
All right.
That's true.
All right, Junior, this one's for you. What is you talk a lot about your family on this show. A lot about your family, and they're very interesting. So I just want to ask you this. What is the elephant in the room for your family?
My sister.
Dang.
Soon as she walk in, you gonna know. Because she
though.
coming in there loud. She's mad already. We don't invite her to nothing. She's having to show up. So when she walk in, oh, this what we doing? Oh, this what we doing. So we just gonna gather, not call nobody. So y'all gonna cook, ain't gonna let her sister know nothing. It be everybody in the house. Hey, Pastor, I see you made it. Hey, First Lady, you got the invite. Okay. And man, I just started picking my keys up and I just started leaving.
Your family, I love your family, Junior.
That's her, for real.
I love Junior's family.
I know.
Y'all got to meet him, though.
I got to ask a question of Junior because I've heard stories about his sister all the time. We was right. Has there ever been a time when it was just like you and her were just sister and brother? You remember those? You ever remember
We
those
never
times,
had
Junior?
them, Jay. We've never
Seriously?
had sister and brother. No, she tried to stab me at 13.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've
Yeah.
never had that.
It
That
just
could
got
somewhat
real,
alter
man.
your
Yeah.
relationship.
Man,
Yeah.
I promise they got the wrong baby at the hospital. I know they did.
Do you guys look alike?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love
Come on, Carla.
This one's for Jay.
Okay, all
What
right.
do people complain about that literally just never happens? That's a good one,
Yeah,
Jay.
That is a good one. Yeah, it literally never happens.
And they complain about
Oh,
it.
me not having a job. They complained about when I left that other job. You ain't gonna never find another damn job. But ta-da!
Well, go ahead.
I'm gonna try. I know. I'm gonna try to get this one quickly in for Tommy. Tommy, what is the most brutal way you've been rejected by someone?
Oh. I think it was you, Shirley, before I got married. It was you. You don't remember this?
What happened? What just happened?
Oh, man. I haven't heard the story.
What just
We need
happened?
to come back to this.
All right, look, we might have to double back. All right, coming up next, the nephew in the building with Run That Prank Back right after
I
this.
wasn't good enough for her.
You know a person.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, guys, we'll have some entertainment news for you, Emmy nominations, and the Emmy snubs are out as well. And R. Kelly pleads not guilty, and guess what? He's denied bond. But first, nephew in the building, with Run That Prank Back. What you got for us today, Neff?
As you know, last year, the church gave me this glove so that I may have healing power. The title is Make a Wish Ministry. Say it with me if you would. Make a Wish Ministry.
Make a wish.
Ministry.
Touch three people and tell them you want to make a wish
I
ministry.
hate that. No,
I
I'm
know.
not
I
turning
hate
to
that
my
too.
neighbor.
I hate that too. Let's run it, Cat. Make a wish ministry.
New Baptist, this is Terrence. May I help you, please?
Brother Terrence?
Yeah.
How you doing? I got your number. You with the over the church? You with the Make a Wish ministry?
Yes, I am. I may help you.
Well, listen, I'm actually I'm terminally ill, brother Terrence, and I don't, as far as what the doctors tell me, it could be 6 months or another year, but I know my time here is definitely limited,
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but we're definitely here to help you out with whatever you need or whatever we can help you with. So what can we do for you?
Well, I truly believe that sometimes people have, I seen one of them old movies they got where they got a bucket list or whatever they call it, people trying to do things before they leave here. I guess I just sitting around trying to figure out what I could do and what I wanted to do before I left this world and went on to what he has for me next. I don't believe in doing anything unless it's prayed on first.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't mind, maybe you can, before I even tell you my wish, we pray that the wish will come true. You mind doing anything like that?
Oh, no, I don't mind praying. That's what we're here for. Bow your head with me.
Yes, sir.
Is your head bowed?
Yes, sir, it is.
Father God, we come to you in the humblest way we know how.
Yeah.
Lord, we ask you to touch this young man in every which way he hurt. And then we ask you to deliver him for whatever is going on with him. And let him know that we, the church, is here to help him with whatever his needs is in his last days. In Jesus' name I pray. Say amen with me.
Amen.
God's going to do it. He's going to do it.
Amen.
Now, you a member of the church here of New?
Well, I was a member. I still consider myself a member. It's just been quite some time, probably over a year and a half, 2 years since I've been able to come, due to my illness. But definitely I was a member there.
Well, that's all right. We're not worried about all that. We just here to take care of your last and final wish. That's what our ministry is for. We helps people with anything they need, like
what all, I mean, when people call and want things, what all of y'all help them with?
Well, we've helped them with their rent, take them to the store, help them with a utility bill, come out and cut the grass, anything like that they just can't do. Take them to the doctor's appointment, anything we'd like to help them with, we do exactly that.
Okay, well, I pretty much got those things taken care of. I think what I'd like to do between you and myself, Brother Tan, that I've never told anyone what I'm about to tell you. I've never been with a woman before.
Huh?
I'm 38, but I've never been with a woman.
Well, I guess that might be a blessing. You might be pure. That's a good thing.
Well, but sometimes, I guess before I leave, I guess that's a desire that I have. And what I wanted to ask you was, there is a lady there at the church.
Uh-huh.
And before I leave, I think that's the woman that I would actually like to be with.
Well, I don't know if Make-A-Wish Ministry can support that kind of stuff, but go ahead, let me hear.
Okay, the lady that I'm actually interested in actually she works at the church too.
Oh, really?
Well, now she's kind of a tall one. She's about 5'9", and she's probably about a size 8. Beautiful long legs, man, and sandy type of hair, sandy color, sandy brown, man, and I mean she looked like caramel.
Hold on a minute. What's her name?
I think her name Linda.
Now hold on. That's my wife. What you mean? Go ahead, say it.
Wait. Linda's your wife?
Yeah, that's my wife. You sorry. Okay. What do you mean?
Well,
talk.
Listen, y'all are a ministry. Now, if y'all supposed to be taking care of people on Make-A-Wish and taking care of what they want before they leave this world, if that's my wish, what is the problem?
Listen here, you done crossed every line there was about this ministry, so I don't give a damn about it no more. You talking about sleeping with my wife. If I see you, I'm going to do something to you. They ain't going to even be able to recognize you. So what the you talking about messing with my wife, son of a...
I'll call Miss Linda myself and see if she don't have a problem with helping me make my wish come true.
You go right ahead and call, and you won't call nobody else. That'll be the last call you make.
I thought y'all were here to relieve people so they can enjoy themselves before they leave this world.
You talking about sleeping with my wife. Are you crazy?
But if I'm finna leave here, ain't nobody gonna know but you and her.
I don't care if you die. I don't care. You ain't sleeping with my wife, and you fool with her, you probably gonna go ahead and die quicker than you need to.
I thought this was a ministry.
I don't care
you
what
now
you
you
thought.
over there telling me about dying. Y'all supposed to be a ministry that helps people before they leave this world.
I don't care what it is, but you talking about sleeping with my wife. You got an illness, but something must be wrong with your brain talking about messing with my wife.
Ain't nobody gonna even know I've been with your wife once I'm gone. There ain't gonna be but the two of y'all. At least you would have helped me before I left
No,
here.
I can't help you with nothing. And let me tell you something. I'm not the preacher. I'm not the pastor. I'm not the deacon. I'm not none of them. But if you mess with my wife, you're going to know who I am. I'm going to be the Undertaker. Do you understand?
I hear what you're saying, but I got one more thing I need to tell you about who I am.
You ask it, you ignorant. Go ahead. Let me hear.
This is nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your wife Linda got me to pray.
No, y'all ain't.
Got me to
me,
pray
man.
about you.
You wrong for that. Y'all ain't recording this, is you?
Man, it's recorded. Every last bit of it.
Lord have mercy. Pastor ain't gonna hear this, is he?
Oh, God. I got one more thing to ask
Lord.
you, man. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
Steve Harvey Morning Show.
There it is. I'm done. Make-A-Wish Ministry.
Yeah.
I go a
you
little
play
too far
much.
sometimes.
Let's go back. You asked Tommy a question. What was the most brutal way he has been rejected?
When Shirley rejected me way before I got married years ago. She talked to me like she was Della Reed, little old boy. What you
All right, look. Coming up at the top of the hour, entertainment news. I don't know what Tommy's talking about.
Oh, yes, you do.
We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, the nominations for the 71st Annual Emmy Awards have been released. They were released yesterday. Game of Thrones leads the way with 32, count them, 32 nominations.
I'm not even excited about it.
I'm still mad at that last episode.
last episode,
Y'all
man.
Stop. Let me tell y'all something. Out of all these great seasons we had, y'all mad at one last episode.
Yeah,
Because of the way they did Jon Snow.
You could have told me you was going to do this in season 4.
Shirley, Jon Snow is fine. He on another damn show now. Quit worrying about Jon
He
Snow.
died for them and came back to life, Tommy, and that's the thanks he gets? No. He goes back on the wall where he started? Come on, man.
It happens sometimes, Shirley.
He should have been
Them
king.
throne people, they serious about that throne.
Well, anyway, Game of Thrones led the way with 32 nominations. Congratulations. Lead actor limited series, Mahershala Ali for True Detective.
Love
Yay. Lead actress in a limited series, Niecy Nash for When They See Us. Lead actor in a comedy, Anthony Anderson
That's my
for
dog.
Blackish. We love him.
What's up, Ant?
Yeah, Don Cheadle, another one of our faves. Black
Yes.
Monday, lead actor drama, Jason Bateman. Oh, yeah, for Ozark. Yes,
If
yes,
you
yes.
haven't seen Ozark,
Yes.
I have.
Yes.
It is so good. Yes. Sterling K. Brown, This Is Us. Kit Harington, Jon Snow, Game of Thrones, baby. Billy Porter for Pose.
Nice.
He's great in
I
that
haven't
role.
seen
Yes,
Pose.
he is. Yeah, Pose is good.
Okay.
Also, for Best Drama Series, This Is Us, Game of Thrones. Here go the snubs.
And
now.
Ozark.
And Ozark, yes, and
Yeah.
Ozark. The snubs include Blackish. Julia
Didn't get
Roberts
nominated.
did not get nominated. Julia Roberts did not get nominated. George Clooney did not get nominated for the Netflix show Maniac. But the real question is, how did Game of Thrones get 32 nominations? Well,
That's all I'm saying.
We can tell you how.
they deserve it. I don't care. I do love it. The Emmys will air on Fox September 22nd, so get ready for that.
That's gonna be
Anything
good.
with the loudest voice with Russell Crowe? Was it too late to get nominated?
Where he played Roger Ale.
Oh man, that is so
Is that-
good.
is that the show?
Oh, whoa! You got to see the making of the Fox Network. It's really, really good. It
Okay.
Really is.
All right.
Check it out.
All right,
Check
yeah.
it out.
Yeah. All right. Well, in other entertainment news, R. Kelly back in the news, appeared in a Chicago courtroom yesterday. He had on that orange jumpsuit with shackles around his ankles.
Once you get in the jumper, that's it. Come on.
Yeah, prosecutors argued that Kelly is a danger to the community and has demonstrated willingness to obstruct justice via witness intimidation. Kelly pleaded not guilty and was denied bond. Prosecutors want to make sure he stays behind bars until the trial because an electronic monitor and home confinement isn't enough to stop him from enticing young girls to his own doorstep. What?
Wow.
This is way
This
deeper.
is so sad. This is sad.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Kelly's lawyer argued that his client isn't a flight risk because he hates flying and reportedly has no money to afford a sudden move. He also argued that Kelly's inability to read and write would make it hard for him to work with him while he's in jail.
End up in Montana.
His girlfriends, Kelly's girlfriends, Jocelyn Savage and Ariel Clary, were there, but decided to skip a planned post-hearing press conference.
He might
Wow.
not read or write, but he's gonna write a song in there. I'll tell you that. It's gonna have a song behind it. It's gonna be a theme song.
Wow.
He could write a song all he want. Ain't nobody playing it.
Yeah.
It's over. All
right.
Show
Yeah.
can't escape, though.
So Jay, Miss Ann is coming up. She's going to give us the latest news on Justice John Paul Stevens. He's passed away. He was 99. Take it away, Jay.
All right, everybody. It's time for the news with Miss Ann Tripp.
Thank you very much, everybody. Here it is, and this is Ann Tripp with the news. Well, it was not what many in the black community and in the country wanted to hear. U.S. Attorney Richard Donahue announcing that after 5 years, the U.S. Department of Justice had decided not to level federal civil rights charges against Staten Island cop Daniel Pantaleo in connection with the death of Eric Garner.
Mr. Garner's death was a terrible tragedy, but having thoroughly investigated the surrounding circumstances, the department has concluded that the available evidence would not support federal civil rights charges against any officer.
Of course, Garner's mother, Gwen Carr, is hurt, and she's angry.
5 years ago, my son said, I can't breathe 11 times. And today we can't breathe because they have let us down. That Officer Pantaleo, and all the officers who was involved in my son's death that day need to be off the force. The streets of New York City is not safe with them walking around.
Eric Garner's dying words, "I can't breathe," became the national rallying cry in protest over the treatment of unarmed black men and boys at the hands of white policemen. Pantaleo still awaits the results of an internal departmental trial where he could either be exonerated, lose his pension, or be fired. Of course, if he's fired, very often ex-police officers surface in smaller towns elsewhere in the country, and they're able to carry a gun and be police officers again. House Democrats passed a resolution yesterday which officially condemned the racist comments made on Twitter recently by President Trump. Although merely symbolic, the action in response to remarks which apparently referred to 4 freshman lawmakers, all women of color, whom he said should go back to where they came from. Apparently they all come from here. All 4 American citizens. Only one was born outside the U.S., and she'd been naturalized. The vote was 240-187. Basically, he went along party lines. However, at least 4 Republicans did join in criticizing the Donald. Top Republicans nevertheless say the resolution's all politics, and the president is sticking to his argument, even bringing Israel into it.
What they did and the way they're treating Israel is a disgrace. But not only Israel, it's what they say about our country. It's my opinion they hate our country, and that's not good.
He didn't elaborate on what they said that was bad about Israel. I guess he will at a later date. Horrible news out of Louisiana. Authorities say that Sadie Roberts Josephs, founder of the Baton Rouge African American History Museum, was found murdered. Police say the body of the 75-year-old community activist found in the trunk of her own car, with at first look the cause of death being suffocation. In a statement, a community organization, Together Baton Rouge, says Sadie Joseph's death is a tragedy, but it would be an even greater injustice to let her death overshadow her tremendous life, which left behind a legacy of activism and black pride. Again, she was the founder of the Baton Rouge African American History Museum, found dead. Today is National Piggy Day. There are a few piggies out there. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, we all know the Beehive canceled all plans last night to watch the world premiere of Beyonce's song Spirit, which was part of The Lion King, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? The special, which aired last night, also featured an interview with Beyonce and Robin Roberts. Take a listen.
This soundtrack is a love letter to Africa, and I wanted to make sure we found the best talent from Africa and not just, use some of the sounds and did my interpretation of it. I wanted it to be authentic to what is beautiful about the music in Africa.
All right.
This
All
movie
right.
is so good.
Yeah.
I just saw the clips. The movie is so good.
So good.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen a bad Lion King, though, let's be truthful.
No.
Yeah, this
Well,
is just
Trump
taking
is
it
a
to
Lion King. We saw him.
Yeah, he is a lying president. This is taking it to the next level, though, with the live action. And, I can't wait to see it either. Yeah, and kids everywhere.
Animation.
When it come
Better
out?
top that animation.
This weekend.
Yeah.
This weekend?
It comes out this weekend, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to go when there are no children. That's when I want to go.
Well, good
Well,
luck.
you may need to see it at home
You're gonna have to get it on bootleg.
in the confines of your own living room.
What happened to the bootleg man? You don't see him no more.
And I bet not either.
Ain't nobody. Ain't nobody got no DVD players no more.
Shirley, you remember I got mad at the bootleg man?
Yeah, I remember.
When?
Roscoe's and man, I lost it.
And you should have. That's piracy.
Yeah, you've always had a temper, though.
Stealing people's art. That's wrong for that.
Yeah.
That's back when I was trying to holler at a caller, taking her to Roscoe. Then she drive me.
Oh, wow.
She drive me to Home Depot. I got to help do stuff at her house.
Excuse me.
Oh, my goodness.
For those of you all that were just tuning in, we were talking about Lion King. But come to find out, nephew Tommy tried to holler at Shirley back in the day.
I can't
we
even
all
see this.
shocked.
I can't even picture that.
It was a long time ago.
Jay,
Wasn't doing nothing
are
but
you in
spinning my
shock?
mind.
I am so shocked that I just cannot believe that this was going on.
You have no words, Jay. You have no words.
And I'm Team Tommy. He never said anything about it.
Jay,
Never
here we
brought it
are.
up.
Here we are, $90,000 later. You know what I'm saying? $90,000 later.
Still behind trying to hug Shirley thigh.
So it still hurts, is what he's saying.
Yeah,
You're Team Shirley. You're Team Shirley.
That was Tommy. I wouldn't take that, Tommy. I
Team
wouldn't
Tommy.
take that.
You H-Town. You Team Tommy. And you
I
Team
would
Junior.
not take that, Tommy. I'm with you. That was low right there. You work with him.
Junior.
That is definitely a pop team. We
That
need to put a
was.
sound together for our pop
I
team.
need a pop team sound.
Yeah,
That sound like a pop team. Man.
All right. Can you feel the love in here? Can you? All right. Listen, coming up at 34 after the hour, trending national news from New York City. Eric Garner's death will not lead to federal charges for the NYPD officer. Sad to say. All right. That's coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys. In trending national news from our New York City affiliates, affiliate 107.5 WBLS, the headlines for this story: we cannot breathe. Yesterday, the Justice Department announced they will not, I said they will not bring federal charges against a New York City police officer over the death of Eric Garner during a chaotic arrest that sparked civil rights protests. This happened 5 years ago. You guys remember this.
Yeah.
Eric Garner, 43, a black man, was accused of selling single cigarettes outside a store on Staten Island when Officer Pantaleo attempted to arrest him. Garner gasped, "I can't breathe," after Pantaleo and other officers knocked him to the ground as Pantaleo choked. He put him in a chokehold. Remember this, around his head and neck. Eric's mother said the DOJ has failed us. The city paid a $5.9 million civil settlement to Garner's family. Officer Pantaleo has been assigned to administrative duty since Garner's death. Wow. And that's what he gets.
Wow,
Yeah.
Can he sue? Can the family sue him directly, or
like
sue the officer?
Yeah, sue the officer directly because he
Civil?
killed that guy.
Yeah.
I guess you
in
can.
civil court. Yeah, he killed that
I
guy.
guess you can. The city
Well,
already settled
yeah,
with them.
a
in
civil
suit.
settlement. Yeah.
But you want more.
I want
yeah,
him to go
because,
to jail. Yeah. He should go
I
to
would keep
jail.
pushing it, definitely.
Yeah, because it seems like the Department of Justice, their findings. I mean, we all saw this video.
Yeah.
We see
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
see this, and this man had
Yeah.
to die over some cigarettes.
Cigarettes.
What are you saying?
And how is it that, I mean, and we ask this question all the time, dating back to Rodney King, we can see the video and see it clearly with our eyes. But
They
then
can
when
never
when they see the exact same video, they see something entirely different.
totally different.
Because
Entirely
they never see the
different.
brutality that they do to us.
Yeah.
They just
He was in
never
fear
see
for
it.
his life.
Yeah, they can explain it away
Yeah.
like that, you know?
I'm just trying to figure out, what is the threat of a cigarette, though? What is the threat that you feel
Selling
like it
them,
has
that
to,
it-
that it has
Yeah.
to go to this?
Yeah.
that he has to die.
Yeah,
Right.
lose your
his
life. Yeah.
for
You
this.
had him on the ground. You had him detained. I mean,
And he had his hands up. He said
Right.
he
I
gave up.
can't breathe.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's
Those
five
were
of
his
y'all.
last-
Yes,
His
yes.
last words. His last words.
Yeah.
It's horrific.
But hearing news like this, it's it's hard to breathe. You hold your breath. You can't believe it. This is anyway.
The Justice Department
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Justice.
yeah,
Where's the justice for Eric Garner?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Like his mother said, the DOJ has failed us. And let me add, once again.
Once again.
Once again. Yeah.
Yeah. And we met his mother, Shirley.
Yeah.
We met Eric Garner's mother at
Right.
that Circle of
In New
Sisters.
York, right.
Expo-
yeah.
in-
And put
in
him right
New
up there
York.
with all the other mothers who've lost sons and daughters.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the hands of the police. You're right.
Yeah, well, I mean, since we're on this subject talking about racism, I mean, what do you guys think about people wanting President Obama to uplift us again after President Trump's latest racist tweets about the Congresswoman
I'm
of
up
color?
for President Obama saying anything.
Yeah, he can
Anytime
just say hi.
Anytime he says something, it's motivational. It's,
Hey, how you doing there, Jim?
Inspiring.
Yeah, I saw a lot of media outlets saying,
I'm sorry,
"Where's
Carla.
President?"
I would like that.
Yeah,
Junior.
President Obama.
What did Junior say?
He doesn't have to uplift me. He could just say hi. We'll all feel better.
Yeah.
Just come in the room. Hey,
You know what? I'd settle for him just coming down Air Force One on them steps. That's cool.
That's
Yes,
cool.
yes,
That
that's
walk,
swag.
that walk, baby.
Yeah.
That walk,
Yeah.
man.
But how would he say hi, though, Junior?
Hey, how you doing there, Junior?
Wait a minute. Junior has an impression, and we're gonna mark that down.
Hey.
Junior has.
It's good to see you on the Steve Harvey Morning Show every morning. I listen. You guys are pretty funny.
Let's mark it down. Whenever
Write it
we need
down.
Obama, we go to Junior, man.
You got Charles
Pretty-
Barkley too now.
Pretty
Let
funny.
me hear Barkley.
You know, one thing about it though, if Obama come back, everybody be happy about that, cause Kobe be happy, cause Kobe scored 40 points.
Barkley sounds a lot like Junior, but Obama.
Yeah.
But I like it, though. I like it.
Come in,
like it.
just
I
walk
like
in the
it.
room. Shirley.
Yeah.
like
Carla. Tommy.
Oh, I would love
Landon
that.
President.
All right, so if you're outraged like we are, we want to hear from you. Please go to Steve Harvey FM and post your comments. Switching gears now. Up next, the nephew in the building with a prank phone call right after this. My boo.
Whatever.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. Subject, my champagne dreams and his beer budget. That is the subject, but right now, the nephew in the building with today's prank phone call. What you got, Neff?
Shirley, I'd like to call this Sebastian. That's what I would like to call this prank. This prank is called Sebastian.
Okay.
All right, just one word.
Why are you
Sebastian.
talking like that, though?
Yeah,
That is how Sebastian speaks. It is Sebastian. All right? The name is Sebastian. Everyone say it, Sebastian.
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 Yes.
Isn't that
all right.
Sebastian?
Sebastian.
No, not Sebastian. It's Sebastian, okay? Now, I want all
Okay.
of you all to buckle up and hold on tight because we're going to run that prank, and it is called what?
Sebastian.
Greg.
Oh, Craig. Come on, shut up, Junior. Here we go, cat. Run it.
Hello? Hello, I wish to speak with a Mr. please. Hello, sir. My name is Sebastian. I am with the Art Institute, and I wanted to give you a call about, I have a huge showing coming up where I'm going to be displaying my portfolio and all of my drawings within it, but I have one drawing that I'm looking to display that I have not put on canvas yet, and I'm looking to take something of essence to put on canvas, and I wanted to call you about getting permission.
Well, wait, hold up, dog. Just to stop you right now, I don't do that, all right? I'm not a model. That's not my profession. So you would not waste your time no more, you know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and go.
Mr. I don't think you understand that my showing is going to have some very important people there. I am, like I said before, with the Art Institute.
Okay, yeah, but like I said, dog, I don't do that. That's not me. I mean, dog, I hate it. You know, what you just calling folks up? You a solicitor or something? I mean, y'all just randomly picking out folks and trying to get them to model up? Man, I ain't trying to break your heart.
Sir, Mr. No, I'm not just randomly calling people. I actually have done research in order to get your number. What I'm doing is I'm not calling you as for being a model that I'm going to portray on canvas, but you have something far more greater visually that I would like to behold on canvas. Now, you're married to, your wife is, am I correct?
Whoa, dog. No, for real, who is this? Seriously. I mean, because how'd you get my number? How'd you get my number? Because you talking about my wife and stuff?
Sir,
how you know my wife?
My name is Sebastian. I am with Art Institute. What I'm trying to do is capture and immortalize the beauty of essence on canvas.
Okay, yo, for real though, you just can't. You don't talk about my wife, all right? So
I'm not calling in a negative manner towards your wife. I want to immortalize her and capture her on canvas. The beauty that she beholds. I've seen your wife several times. You guys reside.
Whoa! You see my wife? Wait, where you see my wife at? Why you watching my wife?
I've seen her. She shops on 125th Street in Harlem. I've seen her so many times there, and she holds all the beauty that an artist would like to put on canvas. Like I said before, I have a huge showing, and you're welcome to come out as well.
Yeah,
There's going to be so many important people there, but I want to call and get permission from you about painting your wife.
No, you ain't got that permission, Playboy. You just can't go around following my wife and trying to immortalize her, whatever you just said, all right? So, no.
But I would like to let you know, I have taken the liberty myself. I have painted your wife's head.
What? Yo, you have lost your damn mind. You can't be just walking around here painting folks' head. You got to get permission for that. What's wrong with you? Yo, you are crazy.
You don't understand. Your wife holds the essence that every artist wants to.
I don't care what she holds. You can't be going around painting folks' heads. What's wrong with you?
Sir, that's the reason why I'm calling, trying to get permission from you. I, Sebastian, want to put your wife on canvas because she holds the essence that every artist wants to behold. She immortalized the beauty of canvas.
Whoa. Hold up, dog. You telling me you walking around Harlem painting my wife's head? What kind of is that? What are you doing, dude?
Sir, I'm only trying to complete my portfolio.
No. Your portfolio. Here, listen to this. If I see my wife's head anywhere, I don't care, newspaper, magazine, I don't care where it's, billboard, wherever, yo, I'm going to find your and I'm going to whoop your. You understand what I'm saying to you? I'm going to sue you. You understand that?
Sir, I don't want to have a duel with you, sir.
A duel? What is a duel? What say duel? What say duel? In fact, what name is Sebastian? What kind of name is that, Sebastian?
Sir, all I want to do is paint your wife in her rawest and purest form. That's all.
What the does raw and purest form mean? What the do you want? Seriously.
I want to paint your wife. I want to paint her in the nude.
Are you out your mind? No. That's what you should do. Tell me where you at. You want to paint something? I'll give you something to paint. Tell me where you at. 125th. Meet me 125th. That's what's up. I want to whoop your Meet me. Meet me. Paint me. Paint me. You out your mind talking about you want to paint my wife in the nude. I'm going to take them brushes and stick them up your
Mr. She holds the essence that every person should be.
I don't give a what she hold. I don't give a be out your mind for asking me some like that.
Sir, I must ask you, do you think that you are the only person that has seen your wife in the nude? Surely there's been men before you that have seen her in the nude.
That. Who the are you? Hey, my wife ain't no mother. You call my wife a Is that what you saying? Are you calling my wife a you?
I want to paint your wife in the beauty that she on canvas,
what
sir.
The did you not understand? I just said you no. I told you, meet me on the corner of 125th and Clayton Powell.
I got one more thing I'd like to say to you.
Say it.
This is nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your boy.
What?
This is nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Oh man, yo. Oh, I was moving furniture in here, dude. Tommy, you got me, dog. Oh man, y'all got me.
It was Sebastian, sir.
Yeah, dude. Where the you get Sebastian, bro? I was about to whoop your and Sebastian. I was paintbrushes and all. We was about to paint Harlem with your.
Hey, he told me, man. He said, he loved his wife to
death
part. I said, all right, so let me say this right now. Loves you. Let me get one more thing from you, man. What is the baddest? I'm talking about the baddest radio show in the land.
Yeah, man. It's Steve Harvey in the morning show, baby.
Did I go?
Boy.
Yeah, you did it.
Hey, man.
You went too far. You played
Standing
too much.
ovation, sir.
But duel?
Man, he said a duel. Oh, that dude there was not playing.
Well, you say what blank call themselves Sebastian?
Hey, man, I better not see my wife head by the newspaper or magazine. If I do it,
nowhere in Harlem.
Man.
But I liked him, though. Yeah, I liked him.
He was real New York. That was New York all day right there,
man.
Frank.
Yes, it was.
It, Tommy. You
Harlem
got it.
world, baby.
That's right.
He said, I'm not a model. That is not my profession.
Yeah, don't even start with me, man.
Yeah.
Go on now.
Go on with all it.
Hey, August 2nd, Friday, WDAS and myself, we're putting on the Summer Soiree, hosted by one and only yours truly, Nephew Tommy, the Grand Ballroom, 3801 First District Plaza in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Sounds like Philly to me. It's the Kappa Conclave coming to town, and I am throwing a party with the radio station, WDAS, baby. You don't want this. You don't want to miss this. You want your tickets right now. Go to WDASFM.com.
All right, thank you, nephew. Up next, Strawberry Letter for today's subject, my champagne dreams and his beer budget. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And listen, if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to Steve Harvey FM and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now, today. Let's go.
You heard what she said. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, a Strawberry Letter.
Thank you, nephew. Subject, my champagne dreams, his beer budget. Dear Steve and Shirley, I have heard Steve Harvey and an elder in my family say that you can train a man to do anything you want him to do. Well, I have tried it, and it's not true. I've been dating a really great guy for 3 years, and as time goes on, it's becoming clear that he has an issue with contributing financially to whatever we're doing. He tries to do sweet things for me, but he does them in his own little cheap way. It's never up to my expectations, but I always act like I love it. He always takes shortcuts, and he finds a cheaper way to get things done. It's no secret that I make more money than he does, but when we first met, he was going through a financial crisis, and I've helped him through it, and now we are doing well as a couple. I guess he is being very careful with his money now. Here's my main issue. If I tell him I want to go to the movies, he assumes I'll pay for it, since it was my idea. If he plans a date, it is at his house, and he will cook something cheap like hamburgers or tacos, and we watch Netflix. If he comes to my house, he expects me to buy the food and cook it because we're at my house. If I want to have food delivered, I pay for it because he will not get the food delivery apps on his phone. I have told him he's cheap and it's a problem. He says he's just not into wasting money on things he can do at home. My girlfriends say that I am wrong for even telling him I want to go out because he is the man and should be thinking of sweet things to do with and for me. So I am asking you, do I step back and see if he steps up? I don't want to live like this anymore, but I love this man. What should I do? Well, if you love this man, like you say you love this man, you love him, cheapness and all. That's who he is right now, right? That's just how it goes. I mean, he's like that right now, and guess what? You can't change him unless he wants to change. And, you call him a really great guy in the letter who you've been dating for 3 years. You say he's a really good guy who tries to do sweet things for you. All right. He also said that, he's being very careful with his money right now, and he doesn't like spending things, just wasting his money on things he can do at home. Sometimes that's an excuse. Sometimes people really mean it. In this case, it sounds like he really means it. You make more money than him. You say you're doing well as a couple right now. Maybe he's trying to get out of some sort of financial situation. I mean, you helped him, but maybe he doesn't want to get back in that and have to come to you again to help him out. This situation, I think, is really up to you. I agree. No one likes a cheap, stingy man. No one likes that. But we do like a man that even though he's not filthy rich right now, he's creative, he's attentive, he's thoughtful, he's loving, he knows how to do a lot with a little, and all the while he's grinding and hustling to make a better life for the two of you. That's a good brother right there. So the question for you is this man a good brother, or do you just think he's not spending enough money on you? What is the situation here? He told you in the letter he doesn't want to waste money. So you guys need to figure it out. You say you love him. You've been with him for 3 years. All right, I don't think if this is a good man, like you say he is, you ought to throw him away. You guys can work through these situations. All right? Junior? What you got?
I can't believe there's a woman out here just this ungrateful. I don't see why you upset. You got a man that's at least doing something, but you so ungrateful. Okay, he making hamburgers and tacos. Do you know how difficult that is? Mm-hmm. Shirley ain't making hamburgers and tacos.
Check.
Never.
Okay, so he at least outdoing Shirley. We know for sure. Ain't nothing like a hot dog or a hamburger with some garnish on the plate to deck it up a little bit. You is so ungrateful. I don't know who this lady is. What more do you want? He is doing the best he can. You're not going to get everything top of the line. You're just not going to get it. Stop believing that. Let me tell you something. I've seen these knockoffs and these originals. Gucci and Uchi, pretty much same damn bag.
Uchi without the G.
It's just without the G. It's the same bag, the same color. It might be a little off, may look a little faded, but the same bag. There is no difference between Louis and Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton and Louis, that's pretty much the same bag.
L-E-W-I-S.
L-E-W-I-S. And Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton and Louis Vuitton, pretty much same bag. Ain't nobody looking that hard at your L and your V. Just understand, you need to just be more grateful for the man that you have. At least he's trying. Get a man great, and then encourage him to do one more thing. Next time he make hamburger, ask for hamburger and fries. Take it a step further. You can get there.
Sounds like a good brother
That's
to
all
me,
she
too,
has
Junior.
to do.
Yeah.
Push him just a little more.
All right, Jay, you're up. Thank you, Junior. You're up. Subject, my champagne dreams, his beer budget. What's going on with you, Jay?
What this man needs to do is surround himself with things that will allow him to share with his mate and be cheap at the same time. That you only pay one price and you can share, then that way you're not being cheap. For instance, a Twix candy bar. You could split that right down the middle, give her some, you take part of it. Now you're sharing. You're not a cheap man anymore.
Left Twix, right Twix.
Yeah.
Left Twix, right Twix. Thank you, Shirley.
You're welcome.
I'm enjoying. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. You give her what she wants. You get, and this. I got more.
Hold on. We're gonna have part two of your
Yes.
response coming up, Jay, and we got to get to the nephew as well. That's coming up at 23 after the hour. Subject of today's Strawberry Letter: my champagne dreams and his beer budget. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, we're going to recap today's Strawberry Letter. Subject, my champagne dreams and his beer budget. A young lady wrote in. She's been with a guy for 3 years. She says he's a great guy. As time goes on, though, she's saying it's becoming clear that it's an issue with contributing financially to whatever they're doing. So she's carrying the financial load, so to speak. He had some financial troubles back a little while ago. She helped him out of those. And now she says they're doing well as a couple, but she's getting a little tired because she's calling him cheap. She says if she tells him she wants to go to the movie, he assumes she'll pay for it. If he invites her to his house, they're just cooking burgers. He's just cooking burgers, tacos, and they're Netflixing and chilling. Okay, which sounds like a great weekend to me. I love it, right? If he comes to her house, he expects her to buy the food, to cook it, and all of that. So she's just upset at his cheapness. She says they're doing well as a couple now. Her girlfriends say that she's wrong for even telling him this kind of thing because the man who he is, and he should be thinking of sweet things to do for her. So the girlfriends are on the man's side. She's asking us, should she step back to see if he steps up? Okay, Jay, you want to finish?
I'm saying there's places that you can go that you can save a little money. Now, you always, if you spring for the movies, have her meet you there. You go in early. Go in early. Trust me, dog. There's popcorn everywhere, all over the place. All you got to do is get you a bucket, scoop up what you need, sit right there and wait on her. There's nothing wrong with that popcorn.
What?
Not a damn thing wrong with that popcorn.
You talking about OPP, other people's popcorn?
Other people's popcorn are left. They just throw it away.
Are you crazy?
Trust me, dog, there's nothing wrong with it. And you got to search for a soda with ice in it. It takes a while, but there
is one in it.
Jay, even you aren't this cheap. Come on.
Trust me, dog. You got to walk around, shake, no ice, shake, no ice, shake, no, and mix those two together. Now, it's a surprise to everybody. You don't know what flavor you go. Now, here's the last one. When you go to church, you want to split that communion wafer right down.
I'm done with you on that one. I'm done. I am out, man.
You want to give it to God and say, God bless us both. She got half, and then you take a tiny sip, and then she take a tiny sip.
That's free,
And then
Jay.
she take a tiny sip, and then she take a tiny sip. And that's how you save money. It's out there. All you got to do it, dog. Just do it right. Just do it.
I hate you. All right, come on, nephew. Subject, my champagne dreams, his beer budget. Oh,
you
Lord.
can still love him.
Yeah.
But there's some other things you're going to have to love. Okay? You can still love him. It's just some other things you got to love. You're going to have to start loving pork and beans with wieners cut up in it. You're going to have to start loving that. That's going to have to be your friend. You understand? You're going to have to love the drive-in movie, but it's in the garage. You understand? There's some things you're going to have to love. Listen. You're going to have to love Uber pool. You can't be in no Uber by yourself. You got to share your Uber, baby. You got to know what you're doing, all right? You can't be loving Moet and Don Perignon and Ciroc. You got to love box wine, baby. You got to get out. There's certain things you got to love. You can't, listen to me. Listen to Tommy. You can't go to the grocery store all up in the produce. Y'all got to go out back and get in y'all garden and pick out what y'all gonna cook for the evening. Okay? Y'all got some greens out back. You got to do that, and I wish you would try to buy some bottled water. Get you some water out the zinc. What is wrong with you?
The zinc?
The zinc.
Not the zinc, the zinc.
The zinc.
I don't want to ever hear you talking about no tacos no more. You got to get nachos. Break them chips up. Stretch this out. Stretch that meat and cheese out. Y'all got to share this. All right? When you wash your clothes, hang them out on the line. You can't be running no dryer. You know how much energy that take?
Who does that? Who still does that?
No, you got to love other things now. You can't be loving no lip gloss. No.
What?
Vaseline. You can't be loving lotion. You got to stretch that Vaseline.
Yeah.
That's lotion and lip gloss. Stretch that. and it's WD-40. All that work with one can of Vaseline.
Oh
you
my
can do
God.
that. There's certain things you got to love. You got to love all these coupons he got in his pocket when y'all go to the grocery store and everybody standing in line waiting on y'all as they keep trying to scan all y'all 55 coupons y'all got. You got to love that. I wish I would find out you at Target in the dollar store right up the street. I wish I would.
Got no business in there.
You can
cheap
still
with your
love
man.
this man, but you got to love some other things. That's all Tom is saying. You got to love some other things. Now get you some water out the zinc and go on about your business.
The zinc.
We answered that.
I think she's being petty though, because he won't put the food at. He won't put the food apps on his phone. You ever tried using that Uber Eats on that phone? It's hard to get them peppers for Church's Chicken on it. You can't never find them peppers. I wouldn't get it either.
And Shirley, he's spending $9.99 on Netflix every month, so he's spending a little
He ain't that cheap.
And they done went up a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
And hamburger ground round costs, okay?
Yeah.
All right, listen, how do I know that? All right, guys, email us, Instagram us your thoughts on today's Strawberry Letter, or you can listen to the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Email us at Steve Harvey FM. Now, coming up at 46 after the hour, tell me something good. We're going to share with you guys some much-needed good news, okay? That's coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, time now for Tell Me Something Good. You know, we hear so much bad news all the time. It's so much bad stuff going on in the world. Well, our new segment is called Tell Me Something Good, okay? Just like the Rufus and Chaka Khan song back in the day. We want to spread some good news. Danielle Metz served 23 years behind bars before President Barack Obama granted her clemency back in 2016. Well, now that she's out, not only is she attending college and making the dean's list, Danielle Metz was 26 years old when she was convicted on drug offenses related to her husband's cocaine operation. She received 3 life sentences plus 20 years. When she got out of prison, she enrolled in Southern University. By her second semester, she'd earned an impressive 3.75 GPA. Mr. Obama,
right.
yes, that deserves a hand clap. That's right, that's right. Mr. Obama didn't want to let Danielle's accomplishment go unnoticed. He says, I am so proud of you and confident that your example will have a positive impact for others who are looking for a second chance. This is what President Obama said in a handwritten letter. He didn't tweet it. He sent her a handwritten letter. That is certainly some good news, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, we need to hear more of that. And if you want to...
3.75.
Yeah.
I had that junior the first day of school, the freshman year before school started.
Out of 100? I can't see you being that smart.
I had that was the first day. Now, the second day, we were right on down to that 2.5. Just right on back.
There's nothing wrong with that either.
Right.
Yeah.
Just stay afloat, baby. Just stay afloat.
That's right.
Well, you know what? If you go to trade school, you don't have to worry about none of that. Thank you very much.
But you was in trade
Yeah,
school
there's
making
nothing wrong
clothes
with
and couldn't
that.
make pockets, though. So,
Shut up, Tommy.
Oh, we doing pockets today?
ain't no sense in me coming in. We doing pockets.
Do you still sew at all, Jay?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you do, Jay. You sewed my shirt up.
I sure did. Junior had written the
What
shit at the
happened?
job.
I had a hole in my turtleneck,
Uh-huh.
and Jay said, "You got a hole in the turtleneck. Give it here." And he made me take my shirt off, and Jay sewed my shirt
needle
back.
and thread?
Needle and thread.
Oh, wow. Cool.
I can't even tell where it is.
That's great. That's great.
Never got paid for it either. Never
All right, well, listen.
Alteration charge.
If you guys have some good news you want to share, please go to Steve Harvey FM for more good news. And coming up at the top of the hour, trending hip-hop news. We'll talk about Meek Mill right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
And trending hip-hop news from our home station, WDAS 105.3 in Philly, baby. Yes. Well, Meek Mill sat down with Gayle King on CBS this morning for a heart-to-heart, and who better to do it but our friend Gayle King. We love her. She's great at what she does.
know how to handle it.
Yes,
Gayle-
she does.
Gayle got it.
Yes, she does.
She didn't have to say Meek. She didn't have to do that, did she?
No. But Meek spoke candidly about the struggles of a probationary period that has extended for nearly a decade now. One of the hardest parts was having to get permission to go anywhere outside of the local area, which made it near impossible to visit his son. Take a listen to this.
You have to get permission to travel?
Yes, even if it's to the next county over, if it's out of the city, if you don't ask for permission, you could get the rest of your probation time given to you as jail time legally.
Taking your son to school, you have to call
Yes.
and get permission.
My son lived in New Jersey, but I lived in Philadelphia, and the bridge it's a 15-minute ride. It's just a bridge. I couldn't go get my son from school when I wanted to, because, it was some days I would get off work early. I would just have a free day, and I would just want to pop up at my son's school and get him from school. I've been out of town for 2 weeks on the road working. Can't really do it.
Wow.
Wow, man.
Here's a father that wants to be a part of his son's life. And look.
So, Shirley, is this behind the this lady, this judge? I'm sorry.
Janice Brinkley, Judge Janice Brinkley. Well, okay, here's the story, Tommy. Meek, was in court at the Philadelphia Supreme Court yesterday to try to get his conviction overturned that's kept him on probation for a decade. What he was talking about. Meek Mill's lawyers have accused Judge Janice Brinkley, who handed down the sentence, and sent him to jail for the probation violations of inappropriate behavior and bias. Meek Mill, whose real name is Robert Rameek Williams, is seeking a new trial before a new judge, thank goodness, a bid supported by prosecutors who have told the court they no longer trust the police officer who was the sole government witness in the case.
So that's good.
Yeah.
And Van Jones is working with him
With
too,
the two,
Tommy.
yeah.
Yeah, I know you guys are
The
friends.
main thing is getting a new judge first, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
new trial,
because
Somebody else to hit a
judge, all
case.
that. Yeah.
This
yeah.
judge wanted to be a star.
But that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
people think they are above the law, though, man. That's still that's just being above the
Judges
law.
have a lot of power, man. They
Yeah,
really
they
do.
do.
They don't always go by the book. They go by what they feel or what they want to do.
Exactly.
And it was abusing her power.
That's what I mean.
Yep.
Yeah.
And taking out personal grudges against Meek Mill.
Yeah, that's
You
what
know?
it
Making
seemed
an
like.
Yeah.
It's like, what's
They
going
do that
on?
too.
Yeah.
But having the call to go pick your son across the bridge, 15
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a different state. He lives
Right.
in Pennsylvania, and his son goes to school in New Jersey. That's a different state, so that's out of state.
So he has to get
For
permission.
probation.
Like if he has shows, he got to get permission to go do his shows.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
definitely.
Oh yeah.
And definitely can't go out of the country
Yeah.
without getting.
Oh, that's stressful.
I know his probation officer tagged.
And I feel badly for his little boy,
Right.
I mean, who
His
wants
son.
to see his dad, his son, yeah.
And his son will be there.
And the dad wants to be in his life,
to be
but
there,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
They
y'all
should
gonna
always
lie.
make an exception when the father really wants to see the child. They should. They just should make an exception when the father.
I'll tell you what,
wants to see the child.
Van Jones is the man. That's who
Yeah,
can help
he
you
get it done.
get the
Yeah.
job done. So let's just
Yeah,
hope
he
for
had
the
a
best.
press conference yesterday he was out there, justice for Meek Mill, the hashtag free Meek Mill. Van Jones has been right there, Tommy.
And one thing about Meek Mill, he has some good people supporting him. He really does. Yeah.
Owner of the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah.
Good people, powerful people.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that can
Make a difference.
Yeah.
Robert Kraft.
Probation reform and all of those things. Yeah.
The owner of the New England Patriots.
Yeah, Robert Kraft.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
his good friend.
Oh, you got some serious
Oh, I know.
support.
Yeah.
And us.
Yeah.
Us.
Of course.
Of course, we support
Of
us.
course, us.
Forgot about us, right? Us.
Yeah.
Get us.
The city of Philly, Yeah.
All right, well, listen, we have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up at 20 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so here's what happened, guys. A strip club in Ohio is having a sidewalk sale, and one of the items for free, is their used couch, okay? So that's why I asked the question, okay? Would you guys take a used couch from a strip club if the couches were super nice and expensive?
Hell no! You know what's been on this couch?
Well, I'm definitely taking the pole.
You want the pole?
Not only that, I want that
Oh,
couch.
there's something wrong
man.
with you.
Poles in here.
You got to take that couch, man, and you picture all the butts that have been on that couch. Oh, my goodness.
You got the Clorox, that pole, and that couch. And let it soak.
Why would you Clorox all the goodness out of that couch, man?
Yeah. All that bliss.
Yeah.
All that Lexus, Mercedes, silk.
All that Lexus and Mercedes, all them butt prints.
Yeah,
all
just
that out.
man.
Glitter and hair and
All the wigs that's been man.
Man.
All the celebrities that sat down on that couch, man.
Thank you.
What is you gonna do with this pole though?
Dog, what you mean I'm doing the pole? That's none of your business. But when she get there, she'll know.
I guess he told you, nephew.
Why is you asking? You ain't finna kill my dream.
Yeah, you germaphobe.
If I could cut that couch up and make a suit, I'd wear it, man.
Y'all gonna have to put some Fabuloso on that pole. I'm just telling you.
All right, we got more of this foolishness and ignorance coming up at and more trending news at 33 after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, the nominations for the 71st Annual Emmy Awards have been released. They were released yesterday. Game of Thrones leads the way with 32, count them, 32 nominations.
I'm not even excited about it.
I'm still mad at that last episode.
Y'all
man.
can't- Stop. Let me tell y'all something. Out of all these great seasons we had, y'all mad at one last episode.
Yeah, because of the way they did Jon Snow.
You could have told me you was going to do this in season 4.
Shirley, Jon Snow is fine. He on another damn show now. Quit worrying about Jon
He
Snow.
died for them and came back to life, Tommy, and that's the thanks he gets? No. He goes back on the wall where he started? Come on, man.
It happens sometimes, Shirley.
He should have been
Can't mess with
king.
them throne people. They serious about that throne. Man.
Well, anyway, Game of Thrones led the way with 32 nominations. Congratulations. Lead actor limited series, Mahershala Ali for True Detective.
Love
Yay. Lead actress in a limited series, Niecy Nash for When They See Us. Lead actor in a comedy, Anthony Anderson
That's my
for
dog.
Blackish. We love him.
Sup, Ant?
Yeah, Don Cheadle, another one of our faves, Black Monday. Lead actor drama, Jason Bateman. Oh, yeah, for Ozark. Yes,
But
yes,
you haven't
yes.
seen Ozark.
Yes.
I have.
It is so good. Yes. Sterling K. Brown, This Is Us. Kit Harington, Jon Snow, Game of Thrones, baby. Billy Porter for Pose.
Nice.
He's great in
I
that
haven't
role.
seen
Yes,
Pose.
he is. Yeah. Pose is good.
Okay.
Also, for Best Drama Series, This Is Us, Game of Thrones. Here go the snubs.
And
now.
Ozark.
And Ozark, yes, and
Yeah.
Ozark. The snubs include Blackish. Julia Roberts did not get nominated. George Clooney did not get nominated for the Netflix show Maniac. But the real question is, how did Game of Thrones get 32 nominations? Well,
We can tell you how.
they deserve it. I don't care. I do love it. The Emmys will air on Fox September 22nd, so get ready for that.
That's
Anything
gonna
for
be
the loudest voice with Russell Crowe? Was it too late to get nominated?
Oh,
man, that is so
Is that
good.
the show?
Oh, Whoa, you got to see the making of the Fox Network. It's really, really good. It
Okay.
really is.
All right.
Check it out.
All right.
Check
Yeah.
it out.
Yeah. All right. Well, in other entertainment news, R. Kelly back in the news, appeared in a Chicago courtroom yesterday. He had on that orange jumpsuit with shackles around his ankles.
Once you get in the jumper, that's it. Come on.
Yeah, prosecutors argued that Kelly is a danger to the community and has demonstrated willingness to obstruct justice via witness intimidation. Kelly pleaded not guilty and was denied bond. Prosecutors want to make sure he stays behind bars until the trial because an electronic monitor and home confinement isn't enough to stop him from enticing young girls to his own doorstep. What?
Wow.
This is way
This
deeper.
is so sad.
All right, coming up, our last break of the day on this hump day, and then we'll get into Jay's What Have We Learned Today right after this at 49 after the hour.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Here we are, last break of the day on this hump day. Hump day!
Hump day!
Yes. Guess what day it is? I know, it's hump day. All right, so listen, you guys want to just move it on over to Jay?
Yeah.
Get right into it?
Come on, Jay.
What have we learned
I
today?
can't tell you how many times I've heard that. Paid good money for that.
No, he don't.
All right. Listen
This
up,
is our
class.
segment.
Is it
Listen up.
Christmas?
That's the school bell, okay?
Oh.
We don't have a whole lot of money for props,
He
all
went,
right?
he went to a different school.
So wait, I have a question. Excuse me. So let me hear that again. Let me hear the bells. So we're gonna hear them again in December, right?
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, because I'm looking around for Rudolph and them.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what? This is a rough room, and y'all are hard to please. I go out and buy a damn prop. This is the thanks I get. All right.
Oh, you bought
Each and
that
every-
recently?
Christmas in July.
Each and every day when we close down the Steve Harvey Morning Show, we always go around the room and find out what everybody has learned. So starting with Shirley Strawberry. Shirley, what have you learned today?
All right, Jay, I learned a lot today, but the thing that really, I guess, struck me today was Danielle Metz. She's 26 years old. She was convicted on a drug offense related to her husband's cocaine operation. This is some good news that was really pleasant to hear. She served 23 years behind bars before President Barack Obama granted her clemency back in 2016. She got out. She's attending college. She got a 3.75 GPA. She's on the dean's list. And then the President Obama wrote her a handwritten letter saying how proud he is of her and that he's sure that her example will be a positive impact on others like her. So congratulations. And Danielle Metz touched me today. Her story did.
Oh,
That's
all
what
right.
I
Tell
learned
me
today.
something good.
That's
All
what
right.
I learned.
Yeah, me something good. All right, Colin, what did you learn today?
Well, I learned in entertainment news, and what I'm trying to figure out is how did Game of Thrones 32 nominations for the Emmy Awards coming up in September. That's what I learned. I learned that today, but I'm trying to figure out how did that happen? How did you get 32 nominations? How you get 32
Okay,
nominations?
is it bothering you? You don't like the
Yes.
fact that? Oh, okay.
Did you see the last episode?
Yeah. But
Y'all
I
need to
saw all.
stop that. I told y'all now.
I saw all the seasons, every single episode.
You saw the Starbucks cups and all that.
I
in
saw
there. You
everything.
all that.
Yeah.
You saw
And
some good
Blackish
stuff.
didn't get nominated
Yeah.
for best comedy. So that's what I learned today. I'm really mad about what I learned.
I'm
today.
like, yeah, that's why I asked you. I said, yeah.
Yeah, I was a little salty. And I'm a Game of Thrones fan, so everybody
Yes, you
that
are.
loves Game of
Until
Thrones,
that last
I love it.
episode, that last episode.
Ooh, John
Junior,
Snow.
what did you learn today?
Well, I've learned quite a few things today. First thing I learned was Tommy tried to holler at Shirley. I learned that today. That sent me back.
That's old
Oh,
news.
my God.
I know that's old news to y'all. It's new to us.
It's before you came on the show.
Yeah, I know it was a while ago, but the fact that his little behind tried to talk to somebody taller.
She's only taller when she wear her heels. That's all.
And the second thing I learned is that my friend Tommy won't take a couch from the strip club that is very good leather. I don't know why he won't. And that hurt me today to find that out, but that's what I've learned today.
Okay, all right.
Wow.
Last but not least, Tommy, what did you learn today?
I learned that I work with two nasty behind co-workers that would buy a couch, that would take a free couch from the strip club because it was expensive, with every nasty thing on it, and take it to their house and sit on it, and even take it and cut it up and make a soup out of it.
He's about to cry.
Because it makes no sense, because the couch is nasty. They don't want to run the purple light over because they don't want to see what's on there. You know what's on that couch. They wanted to buy a couch. The strip club was doing like a sidewalk sale, but the couch for free.
Yeah.
And these two fools think it's all right to take this couch and the little one. He decided he want to get the stripper pole too.
Why
they
not?
want that.
Why not?
Because it's nasty.
What's wrong with it?
Because it's
If
nasty.
they selling furniture on the sidewalk, they not gonna need them poles. Let's just be honest.
I love your commitment to the polls, though.
That's right.
What they gonna do? Stand around?
Who has a strip club furniture yard sale? Who do that?
A strip
The club in Ohio, the one we read about.
That's nasty.
All right, here's what I learned today.
All right, come on, teacher.
All right, here's what I learned today. That, going through what I'm going through, dealing with leukemia, having the ability to come and do this radio show every day, it is the best opportunity ever. If you get a chance to go somewhere and laugh and forget about what it is you're going through, man, it's golden, and that's what this show is to me. And I ain't kissing nobody behind or sucking up. I really, really, truly mean that. It's not often that you get a second opportunity like this at my age. I'm so thankful.
Wow, Jay. And we love you, and we forget you have it. We really do, because your attitude is so wonderful and so great. I've learned a lot from you throughout the years, but especially with you dealing with what you're dealing with.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It gave me a whole new respect for you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
He still get on my nerves.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Every day he calls
I can't stand them, but I love them, though. All right, listen, bye. We love you guys. Thank you.
Love you, Jay.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.